In this tutorial, we're going to talk about walls. So I want you to go into Floor Plans First Floor and then go into the View tab. We're going to first add an elevation view that's an interior elevation. So in the View tab, click on Elevation. Again, your menu bar might look a little different depending on the size of your screen, but there should be an elevation button somewhere in there. We do not want a framing elevation. We just want a standard. So I'm just going to click that. I want to place this and I want it to face this wall right here. So you can see if I put it here, it's actually facing the nearest wall. But if I hit the tab key, then it will select to the next wall. So you have to just leave your mouse in place and just keep hitting tab one at a time until it gets the wall you want. So I'm going to place that. And you can see down here, now I have elevation 1A. That is that new elevation. So I'm going to go to elevation 1A. And you can see this is a wall that I have that it's pointing at. So I'm going to click on this. And one way you can adjust heights of walls in the elevation view is to just click on this little arrow. So we can adjust it here, and now I have a new height. I could adjust it and make it go all the way up to the roof. You can see it snaps to that. I can adjust the width of these walls. So you can adjust everything directly into here. So I'm only going to adjust the wall all the way up to the roof level. And then just double check over here and just remind you how you find the area and volume of the wall. So I have an area of 408 square feet and a volume of 259.25. So as you're working along with me, just double check that and make sure that your area and volume match those numbers. So that's how you can adjust walls in elevation view. Now let's take a look at a couple other things you can do. So I'm going to leave that wall as it is. I'm going to go back to the first floor view. And it looks like it actually adjusted this wall right here. And so that's sort of a funny thing with our elevation view. It doesn't always adjust and locate and point at the thing that we want. So just so you kind of can see that that's why we were seeing those desks in the front. And that's okay. We just wanted to practice how we could adjust those in elevation view. So it's okay that it was using that one. Now, another tool that you have access to is when you click on a wall. So I'm going to actually keep this wall selected. And I have these tools here, which are very similar to what you'd see in Inventor. So we've used the Align tool. We practiced with that. There's also an Offset tool. So if I click Offset, I can choose to offset whichever wall I want in a certain distance. I think the default setting was 1 foot. So I changed mine to 6 feet. And if I hover over this wall, you can see a light dashed blue line appear. If I click on that, it creates an offset 6 feet away. So I can click on that again, and obviously it's going to be angry because it looks like it placed it on top of the other one. So I'm going to cancel that. If I click it up here, it's placing it on top of these desks. So of course, you wouldn't want to place it on top of desks. I'm going to click that and hit the delete key, delete this one as well. But it's just a useful tool, this offset tool. So I want to make sure you are aware that if you want to create multiple of the same exact wall or element, whatever that might be, you can use the offset tool and you can do that. So it works best with walls. You can see I cannot select these furniture items, but walls is really the best use for the offset tool. You can also do the mirror tool if you want to mirror and just draw a line. So if I want to select this one, then, whoops, I have to first select it. And then I can choose mirror draw axis, and I can draw a line. There we go. And then it will mirror it across. You can also just choose mirror pick axis, and I can, this is the wall selected. I could pick this as my mirror and it mirrors it over that. So again, those are some tools, the offset, the mirror pick axis, and the mirror draw axis that you can use to help with the rapid drawing of many walls if you have repetitious designs. The last thing that I want to show you is how you can edit walls, and we have had practice on that, but I just want to review that really quick. You take the wall and you click Edit Type, and then we want to duplicate this. So if I want to call this Interior Wall, and I'm going to call it Interior Wall, click OK, and then edit this. If I want to add some gypsum drywall layers, then I can click Insert, and I can move these down. So I have one above the core boundary and one below the core boundary. You notice here, this is the exterior side of the wall, interior side of the wall. If I'm working on an interior wall, they're actually theoretically both interior, but those words are helpful when you're working on exterior walls like we have on the left side here. If I want to create a gypsum wall, which is like that sheetrock type material, then I'm going to type in gyp, and that will show up. I can apply that. And then I can do the same thing here. So this is something that you should also be practicing just so you know how to do these things. And I'm going to set that thickness to a 1/2 inch thick and then click OK. And now I have gypsum drywall that is actually attached to the outside of this concrete masonry unit. So it's going to make the wall a total of 1 inch thicker. It's a 1/2 inch on either side. So what that does, you can see it's actually hard to see that unless I go to view thin lines. Then you ought to be able to see that little thin layer there. So that is actually going to change the volume of this room that we have. So keep that in mind, or the spacing between these walls. So if you want to measure, well, how far is it from wall to wall? You can click annotate and you can do aligned, and you need to make sure that you're on wall faces. And so now that we have that, I'm going to choose this wall here, and I'm going to measure to my new exterior of the wall. You have to see I have to get really close because it's trying to measure to all the floor tiles. So I'm just going to click to here, and then I'm going to place that measurement. And you can double check that measurement too on your design. If you edit this wall, it should be 26 feet, 10 and 1/16 inch. So those are some really quick checks that I would recommend that you do using offsets, mirrors, how to adjust wall height into elevation views, and reviewing how to calculate the volume and mass of the wall. We did that when we looked at this, as well as duplicating and editing wall layers. So you should make sure that you know how to do all those things. Make sure you're doing those with me, and then you should be in good shape when it comes to walls.